All right, let's wait for everybody to come through. But yeah, wrote up a list. It got different qualifications for who can make the list. Because the thing is, we got a lot of people, hold on, that are good rappers and bad actors. So we got a lot of people that are great actors, but not that good of rappers, So we're gonna go through and try and figure it out. And we'll probably eventually do a Mount Rushmore, but I want to try and figure out who is the best rapper turned actor of all time. And I went through the comments and look at who y'all all suggested. We had a couple good ones that could make it. Let me just make sure I'm officially live and this is getting pushed. It should be getting pushed out. I see people coming in. And it's a new month, so I can give away some channel memberships. I'll get those away a little bit later once everybody come through. Let me see. This should be public. Okay, yeah, we got people coming through. All right. Let's do the hold on. Let me try something. If this don't work, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm trying to see. I set up the stream deck. Let me know if y'all can hear this sound effect. Did y'all hear that, or was it just on my end? Somebody let me know in the chat. And we got to consider Chris Brown, despite not necessarily being a rapper, but are you crazy? Chris Brown is not a good actor. What is he what has he been in? Can anybody hear them sound effects? Would you watch a hip hop anime? I I guess I don't really watch a whole lot of anime. Oh, what the hell? Why can't I get these sound effects to work? Huh? While I wait for people. Yeah, Chris Brown. Let me know in the chat, y'all. What else has Chris Brown been in besides goddamn Stump the Yard? All right, let me see. If not, I'm gonna have to figure it. It's coming through. What the hell? Huh? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to holler at Reed or somebody, see if he can help me figure this shit out. I don't know. We can do. We'll probably come across the worst. Yeah, Chris Brown wasn't in no goddamn Atlanta. That was some other light skinned dude. That was not Chris Brown. He was on Blackish ass himself. Yeah, I don't know. First off, Chris Brown isn't a rapper. He's a R&B singer that kind of makes rap music, but he is not a rapper. And he's only been in I don't know what the hell he been in. He was in Stump the Yard. Somebody said he was in Blackish as himself. I don't know what else. But yeah, so we're gonna start off with some of the heavy hitters. These are the ones that y'all a lot of people commented. People said, well, actually, I mentioned some of these. Method Man, LL Cool J, we got Donald Glover, Most Def slash Yasin Bey, Queen Latifah, Tupac, Ice Cube, Ludacris, Will Smith, Common, Snoop, DMX. Someone say Idris Elba. He's definitely not making the list. I don't listen to goddamn British rap. Andre 3000. And Andre hadn't acted in a while. I think was Idlewild the last thing he's been in. This Christmas is the only thing that he's been in that has lines. Are we doing no in the past 100 years? If yeah, LL Cool J makes the list and Latifah. But the thing is, my qualifications is we got to rank them off of their rap skills, and acting ability, So I'm gonna be honest, someone like Will Smith isn't really gonna have a chance to make it because yeah, he's a rapper, but like who's putting Will Smith in their top 25 actors, I mean they top 25 rappers, nobody. Will Smith had a couple cool songs. He made the summertime joints or whatever, but nobody really puts Will Smith up there when they talking about best actors. I mean, best rappers of all time. The last thing Andre was in Jimi Hendrix movie. I didn't even know they made a Jimi Hendrix movie. That shit went straight to Tubi or something. Dave Digg should be on here. He probably don't listen to clipping though. What the fuck is clipping? J. Cole, he's okay. I mean, honestly, I feel like J. Cole, his music hasn't aged that well for me. That's probably the best way I can describe it. J. Cole's music never really matured past a certain level to me. Like, I like some of his older stuff, It just was never all of that to me. But yeah, so when we talking, that's the thing. When you talk about best actor slash best rapper slash actor, it's a lot to consider. And the rapping ability plays a huge part in it, just along with the acting ability. So, like I said, Will Smith automatically, he's not going to be able to be in the running. And if we do a Mount Rushmore, Will Smith isn't going to be up there because he's not that great of a rapper. He was entertaining for, when he was out in the early 90s doing those songs, but nobody, when you listen to Will Smith, nobody's like, oh man, Will Smith bars was crazy. Yeah, Method Man, honestly, he's up there with me. He's like one of the best because his skill of rapping is really high. Snoop had like 8 minutes of screen time, and so man, yeah, Snoop definitely ain't making it. For one, Snoop isn't a real actor. He always plays Snoop Dogg, and Snoop. I mean, Snoop had what, one good CD, Doggy Style, and after that, he's been famous for being Snoop Dogg for the last 30 years or so. Redman was only in How High. He doesn't really act like that. Maybe you're thinking of Method Man. Method Man put in way more work than Redman. Also, want to reiterate, I was completely mistaken with Chris Brown. Dang, I was tripping. You just see the light skin dude. You thought it was Chris Brown. He's awful in the show and watching Silo, but he's usually pretty good. Yeah, that's the thing. Common is such a mediocre actor. Like, it's crazy. Common's been acting for like 20 years. And he hasn't improved at all, which is crazy to me. And it's the thing. So it's really nobody that does it that good. Either you have rappers that are really good rappers like Common, but they can't really act that good. Like, they're watchable, but Common is never going to star in a movie. Or you have someone like Will Smith, who's a really good actor, but he isn't that great of a rapper. Will Smith can star in movies, but nobody, like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, he dropped a new song with Big Sean. Like, I refuse to listen to a Will Smith and Big Sean song in 2025. Yeah, that's the thing. Ice Cube, for his time, he was a really good rapper, and even though he always plays Ice Cube, he does it good enough to the point where you don't really get annoyed. Ice Cube has range actor. I don't think he has range. I just think he always plays Ice Cube. Yeah, that's the thing. LL goes really high. If I'm giving people points, I would give LL. LL is going to score a whole lot of points. I haven't listened to his new album, but from when he was out of that time where he was past that Will Smith era where they just kind of did corny raps, but he could actually spit for his time. Tupac really cornered the game with his Juilliard experience. Yeah, I don't think Tupac was that good of an actor, honestly. I feel like people overrate Tupac's acting ability because he's Tupac, if we being honest. So, we'll start from the bottom and work our way up top, because for some reason I kind of put the ones up top that people were mentioning most. So Andre 3000, excellent rapper. If I had to score him out of 5 stars, he would get 5 stars on the rapping ability. But acting, he was in what, 4 Brothers? He was decent in that, and he was in Idlewild. I actually never seen Idlewild. And 4 Brothers, he was okay, but I mean, it's not like, oh man, he did so good. I gotta go see that Andre 3000 movie. So Andre would get like what, maybe if we were giving him points for acting, he isn't active as an actor. He hasn't been in a movie in like maybe 15 years. 3 seconds good. Yeah, the chat moving a little fast. I'm gonna try and read what y'all saying as they come. But yeah, so that's the thing. I would have to eliminate Andre 3000 because he's not really active as an actor. 3K was hilarious and Be Cool. I seen that years ago. I legit don't remember anything about Be Cool. 3K was hilarious. 3 Stacks is good, but have you seen? Yeah, 4 Brothers. 4 Brothers was a good movie, but it was kind of dumb. That's the movie where, am I tripping? Isn't 4 Brothers the movie where them niggas have like the final fight on the ice rink and it's in with the nigga in all white, and it's supposed to be Detroit or something. That movie was so dumb. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Ain't no way a bunch of black folks that are mobbed up or whatever about to have a meeting in the middle of an ice rink. So I would have to eliminate Andre 3000, Idris Elba. I don't know what to tell y'all. Yeah, I don't listen to British rap. That shit is trash. He's a great actor, but if he was for acting ability, he would get 5 stars. But for rapping, he would get -1 because I hate British rap. So I don't know what else to say. Mark Wahlberg. And Mark Wahlberg can act his ass off, but Marky Mark was a trash ass rapper. He was like a Vanilla Ice or something, you know. Just being a rapper doesn't get you points on here. You got to be an actual good rapper, you know. So someone like Marky Mark, who would get 5 points in the acting ability, like a Will Smith. Let me see. If I'm giving as a rapper, I would give probably Will Smith what 1.5 stars for rapping ability. I would probably give Marky Mark 1/2 star. I'm getting some good vibrations out that name. Yeah. Wait, no, he isn't a rapper. I think he was a DJ. I think he was a DJ across the pond. I don't even remember. So then we got somebody like DMX. DMX has really good rapping ability. He's been active for a long time. And the thing is, he always played DMX. But, oh, yeah, good. Yeah, I didn't I forgot to put Ice-T on the list. We'll put him down, even though I never listened to none of his old stuff. But he always plays the cop. He ain't exactly breaking down doors. But yeah, so DMX. So you got DMX, who is a great rapper. If I had to give him points, I would give him he would deserve 5. I would give him 5 stars. But for acting ability, no, we ain't got to Queen Latifah yet. But for acting ability, DMX always played DMX, and he isn't exactly great. He just kind of always yelled his way through lines, and you know what I mean? Like, DMX was in some of the worst movies you can find. Like, if y'all search IMDb, I would say probably 75% of DMX movies you've never heard of. Yeah, I got Yasin Bey on the list. I ain't get to him yet. So that's the thing. DMX isn't that great of an actor. And it's not, he's just not that great of an actor. He always plays himself, but it's a lot of people on his list that always play themselves that you know are a lot better. So like DMX wouldn't even make my list. I'm gonna try and narrow it down because we'll probably end up doing Mount Rushmore also. So then you get your Snoop Dogg. Now the thing is, Snoop Dogg he's more known for being Snoop Dogg than he is for anything else. Like, he released his first album, you know, that did his thing or whatever. He released his first album, that did his thing, whatever. And then after that, he had verses here or there, but Snoop Dogg really hasn't done too much musically. He had Sexual Eruption back in like 2008. And then every once in a while he'll have a verse, but you know, it's really nothing crazy. Who was on Trailer Park Boys? I heard of that show. I never watched it though. So Snoop Dogg, he's another one. I can't really put him on the list. Then now we get to Common, who is a really good rapper, and he always plays himself, but he plays himself good enough that it doesn't annoy you as someone like DMX. Like, when you see DMX, you like, oh, that's DMX. Common is a decent enough rapper that, I mean, he's a decent enough actor that he kind of stands out. He was in one of the John Wick movies. Which one? Was that the second one? I feel like they all kind of merged together because they all the same movie, but I like all of them. And Common was in one of the John Wick movies. Was it the one where was he the bodyguard for like the lady with the dogs or something? Maybe John Wick 2? I can't remember. So if I'm giving out points, I would give Common. He's really nice. He's in his lyrical bag, but I would probably give Common a 5 out of 5 for rapping. Then for acting, he does always play himself. That's down there. Everybody on this list, he always plays himself, but he does a good enough job. But he's never going to really star in a movie, you know. So right now, I would give him 3.5 for acting, and we could always come back to it. Common got some shit. I'm watching the Silo right now with Common in it. He's a bit stiff in that show. Yeah, somebody else just said it. Somebody else just said he can't act that good in whatever show that is. All of y'all should be seeing who got their memberships in the chat. So yeah, so Common to get 5 for his rapping. He'll get 3.5 for acting points. Now Will Smith, that's the thing. Will Smith sucks as a rapper. I mean, I know he has songs that people like that you're going to hear at the cookouts, you know, Summertime, Parents Just Don't Understand. But come on, let's be real. Nobody is listening to Will Smith like, oh man, hey, somebody cut on that Will Smith award, you know. Somebody cut on that Will Smith. When you ranking your top 25, your top 50, how many rappers do you got to get past before you get to Will Smith? And I'm not talking about influence, because he did do a lot to help push rap forward, because he was one of those ones that showed it can be profitable. He showed that his music, that hip hop can be profitable with his style of music. But yeah, somebody said it's coworker music. Yeah, I actually did like Nightmare on Elm Street as a kid. I wouldn't even say this shit's coworker music, because nobody is, like, in 2025, nobody is playing Will Smith unless it's hey, let's do a 90s summertime playlist, you know? Like, I can't even say he makes coworker music. I don't know what Will Smith just makes 90s pop rap music, you know? Yeah, it's like commercialized music. You work with some old people in kitchens. It's kids bop. Yeah, it really is some kids bop shit. So I'm gonna be real. If I'm giving Will Smith points for acting, I mean for music, he would get a 1. And then for movies, I like Will Smith, but honestly, I always felt like he was overrated as an actor. What do y'all think? I just always felt that Will Smith was overrated. God damn, this is great. I always felt that Will Smith was overrated as an actor. Like I did enjoy the first Man in Black. What's that other movie where the CIA or the government that is trying to track him down? Enemy of the State. I actually believe that Enemy of the State is his best movie. Yeah, exactly. D to Bill said he's overrated as an actor. Will Smith, honestly, might be the most overrated actor of all time. I really think because he's I'm trying to think who I don't even know who I could compare Will Smith to. Like he became so popular because he always made white people feel comfortable. I never seen 6 Degrees of Separation. Pursuit of Happiness is not good. That's the most sad goddamn movie ever. Like that shit is depressing when you sit back and think about it. This nigga had the worst life, and things just so happened to fall in place for him. And from what I hear, they left a whole lot out. And if that was real life, 99% of those people that went through what he went through in the Pursuit of Happiness probably end up homeless forever somewhere. That shit was terrible. That is a sad ass movie. I enjoy I Am Legend. I Am Legend was cool. I did think he did a good job in that. But speaking of, did y'all hear that they're doing an I Am Legend sequel with Michael B. Jordan and Will Smith? But it's based off of the original test screening that they changed, which is closer to the book ending. I don't know how they're going to explain all that bullshit. It's nonsense to me. Will Smith is overall a great actor, but there are certain examples of overacting and being an industry product. Exactly. Yeah, like I just never got the hype about Will Smith. He's not. Yeah, he's more of a movie. Will Smith is more of a movie star. Somebody said something about After Earth. I think I watched 10 minutes of that bullshit and I turned the channel. Him and his son were fighting some giant spider or some something dumb in that movie. I'm like, what the hell is this movie? So as an actor, he's just so overrated to me, man. He just was always good at making safe stuff, you know. I never got him. Like, still, I'm not running to see Will Smith movies. Like, I would much rather watch a Sam Jackson. Like, if somebody was like, you got to watch 24 hours of an actor, I'm picking Sam Jackson over Will Smith any day. No, he's not. He's less than an okay rapper. He's getting 1 point. He's getting 1 star out of rapping, and for acting, man, I'm gonna give him a 3 because I feel like a 3 is about as average as you can get. So we get someone like Ludacris for the style of rap that he made. Ludacris is actually really good. I was a fan of Ludacris back in high school. Somebody said RZA. Joe Pesci did drop a rap album. I forgot about that. Yeah, RZA is actually pretty terrible as a rapper. And they can't even make the list. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. RZA did not make the list because he's a terrible actor. I seen some movie like 10, 15 years ago with the guy from the Fast and Furious. I think it was his last movie with the RZA in it. It was so dumb. That shit was like some Looney Tunes stuff. I swear they tied a chick up to a bomb, was about to fly her off into space and blow her up like a Looney Tunes character. I swear to God that was the plot. I don't remember what movie it was. So yeah, Ludacris, when you think about what he was trying to accomplish, his style of rap, he was actually really, really, really good. So I'm not mad at it. If I was going to give Ludacris rapping points, he's another one, man. He's probably getting 5. Like Luda, when he wanted to be, he could be when he wanted to be, Luda could actually be pretty lyrical. So for rapping ability, he's going to get 5 points. And then with acting, that's the thing. Luda is a decent actor. He's like one of them people, like nobody is going to make Ludacris the star of a movie, but he does his roles so well that it makes it interesting. You know, like when you see Ludacris, I'm actually more interested to see what he's going to do. Like he does enough different roles that he just makes it so fun. And honestly, I feel like we're about to get to Ice Cube in a second. Actually, I feel like Ludacris might be a better actor than Ice Cube. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, he still actually is a good rapper. I haven't heard a Luda verse in a while, but I feel like if he jumped in it, he would not, you know what I'm saying? If he jumped in it, it wouldn't sound outdated as opposed to some of these other people. So because everything is skewed, we're talking about rappers. I would give Ludacris 4 points as an actor. So he got 5 as a rapper, 4 as an actor. And then we get to Ice Cube. So I really never listened to a lot of Ice Cube because he pretty much peaked by the time I had started listening to rap heavy. He was already done. Yeah, I could see him being there. He had already peaked, you know, by the time I started listening to rap heavy. And he kind of left rap pretty early and started getting that acting money. But when you go back, his verses are hard. Obviously, Today Was a Good Day. What he did with Boys in the Hood, you know, if you go through his discography, he got some joints. But he hasn't really been active in a while. And that's the thing when we trying to figure out his conversations, like what do you give points to? Do you just give them points for what they did at their time? Do you give more points for how active the person has been now? And when it comes to Ice Cube, like at his time, a lot of people agree that in his prime, Ice Cube was one of the best rappers of his era. So just because I know a lot of the old heads that I trust who really, really know about Ice Cube, so as a rapper, I'm gonna give him 5 points. He gets a 5 out of 5 points. But Ice Cube as an actor, he's low-key like Kevin Hart to me, in the sense that he always plays Ice Cube, but in an annoying way, you know, like he always plays Ice Cube. Whereas someone like Ludacris and Common actually don't always play themselves. They basically are themselves, but someone like Common, Common is either the light skinned brother trying to, I don't know, do something, whatever the hell roles they write him in, or in John Wick. Like in John Wick, he actually played that role. Like if I was a person that didn't know who Common was, I would be like, oh wow, this goon that played a decent role. Tyrese ain't no goddamn no rapper. Tyrese is an R&B singer. Yeah, the Rock did rap. Oh my god, the Rock dropped one of the worst rap songs I ever heard in my life, like 4 years ago. Oh my, niggas was dick eating too. Like it's not that bad. Like 4 years ago, the Rock dropped a rap song. I don't know what it was promoting, but it was on Twitter. And the Rock was rapping like it was 1985. I'm like, who told you that this was a good idea? Like, who in your camp told you, The Rock, that this was a good idea? So back to Ice Cube. As an actor, he's not that good, but like I enjoyed Barbershop 1 and 2. I found Are We There Yet pretty funny, but like his later years, he just does the same thing, and he's just Ice Cube, man. So because of that, I can't give him more than 3 points. Now we get to Tupac. So I really feel like Tupac is on a level of overrated rapper that probably Will Smith is, especially because he died young. People really try and pretend like Tupac was a great actor, which he wasn't. He was an okay actor. And for a rapper, he was an okay actor. But like, you're not about to watch Juice and tell me Tupac was the best actor in that movie. The nigga Quincy, who played Quincy in Juice, y'all? I'm blanking. Somebody drop. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all not about to tell me Tupac was the best actor in Juice. He wasn't. I'm trying to think what else was Pac in? Yeah, Omar Epps. Yeah, you're not about to tell me Omar Epps was Tupac out acted Omar Epps. Omar Epps was the best actor in Juice. So what are we saying? Poetic Justice, he really wasn't the best actor in that. I'm trying to think what else was in Tupac. What other movies was Tupac in? So Tupac was a decent actor. He was decent for a rapper, but like it's not like what people make it seem like. People make it seem like Tupac would have been this dude that like they make it seem like he would have been like Leonardo DiCaprio or something. What is Omar? Somebody said Omar Epps is falling off. I just haven't seen him in anything. I think that's what it is. I don't know if they still put Omar Epps in stuff. But obviously, as a rapper, we're going to give Tupac 5 points. Yeah, Above the Rim. He was decent in Above the Rim, but it's like he always showed the same emotions. He was the same person and everything. Juice is in my top 10. That's why he takes it for me as a legit scary in that. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'll have to rewatch it again. Last time I watched Juice, I'm like, this is okay, but it just didn't make sense to me. Like, first off, he had a revolver that had about 25 bullets in it. Omar's peak was loving basketball. Yeah, I could see that. But like, so he had this bullet that had 25 bullets in it, and Juice, it's not that good to me. Like when I'm think of what I would consider hip hop movies. Oh damn! Good thing I said that. I almost forgot about Cameron, even though he ain't in the whole bunch. But I still want to talk about Cameron. Like Cameron, like Juice is not better than a movie like Paid in Full. Like Paid in Full is structured better like a real movie. Juice is structured like a low budget movie. I really think people just have nostalgia because most people that have seen Juice probably seen Juice when they were like somewhere around 8 to 12 years old, or they were really young. So, but yeah, Juice, not that great of a movie. Like if y'all seen Prim's Hood Cinema on the movie Juice, it's funny as hell. Like these niggas have a DJ competition. Like, how do you even judge a DJ competition? What is going on? There's some 5-minute Juice I watched recently. So you question the plot. I thought his acting was solid. Juice, now he was subpar in Poetic Justice. Like he was just Tupac. He was just Tupac and Juice. I don't know. I just really feel like Juice is overrated. Yeah, Nick Cannon rap too, but that nigga gets a 0 out of 5 in rapping, so I'm not even putting him on the list. So Tupac is another. He would get a 5 in rapping, and I would give him a 3. So now you get someone like Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah started off her career as a rapper. She was a conscious rapper back in the day. But she's someone kind of like a Will Smith almost, but not as corny. But you know, her run, she's been acting for way, 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 way longer than she's been rapping. So it's hard to kind of give her points because nobody is really pulling up old Queen Latifah, or like, you know, like how far do you have to go down before you get to Queen Latifah if we're naming best rappers of all time, you know? Like if we doing Common is probably going to be in the top 50. Ice Cube is going to be in your top 50. Tupac is going to be in your top 50. Ludacris, as quiet as it's kept, Ludacris is probably going to be in your top 50. Yes, like someone said, outside of UNITY, people don't really talk about her. So I understand her contributions early in rap, but that's the thing. She doesn't have that impact. So I don't really know a lot of Queen Latifah. It's hard to even rate her. So just to be fair, I would only give her a 3. But as far as acting, she's one of the better on this list. Like I enjoyed living single, because that used to come on around the black block of TV. It would be like Living Single and Martin, and my older siblings used to watch it. I really, really enjoyed Living Single. Lil Romeo did the theme song for Static Shock too. Lauryn Hill was in Sister Act. I never seen Sister Act, man. I hated all that church stuff. I had to go to Kingdom Hall so much as a kid. I was not trying to watch anything like that about religion. I'm like, and I hated singing movies, so I was not watching Sister Act or Sister Act 2. But yeah, like, so Living Single was really good. She was actually good. Was Queen Latifah in Barbershop too? I know for sure I'm pretty sure Queen Latifah was in Barbershop too, right? I know she was in a movie with she had to be in a movie with Ice Cube. Let me know, y'all. Am I tripping? Queen Latifah was in Barbershop too, right? Yeah, you got Set It Off. Uh I've never watched it, but apparently they made a TV version of what's the Denzel joint? The nigga that run around fixing stuff. But yeah, Queen Latifah acting back is good. Like she's one of, like, obviously she's not like some amazing actor per se, but she is a good actor for a rapper. So she would get 5 stars as an actor. Sanford and Son? What are y'all talking about? What does Sanford and Son have to do with anything? Please let me know. Yeah, the Equalizer, that's what it is. Yeah, they made a TV version of the Equalizer. How that works, I have no idea. Is it? I don't even know. Is it remotely related to the Denzel movie? I have no idea how they made a TV version of the Equalizer. He had a good movie called Beauty Shop. Yeah, I never watched Beauty Shop. So then we get to someone like Mos Def. This is where it gets hard because now we got people who bags is deep. Like Mos Def is a really good rapper. Or y'all seen Bag? I don't know what the nigga. Am I dead naming him by calling him Mos Def? I don't know. I just know one day he started going by that. So Mos Def is a really, really good rapper, and he's actually a pretty good actor. I've only seen there's only one Mos Def movie I hated. I think it's called 28 Blocks. I think it's 28 Blocks with Bruce Willis. And I just hated that bullshit. Like he had this accent that just annoyed me for some reason. I don't know. Is Most Def the band director and Drumline? What? The band director? No, that's Everybody Hates Chris Dad. So Most Def, man, Most Def got a lot of movies. This where I'm gonna have to pull up. I'm gonna have to pull up IMDb because now it's about to start getting hard, so that I could pull up all of the stuff that they've been in. Like Most Def was in Honey, right? He was in Honey. Oh, he was in The Italian Job. He was on the Cosby Chronicles when he was a teen. Was he? Oh, he was in Talladega Nights. I'm trying to remember what he did in Talladega Nights. It said he was in a Hitchhiker's Guide. I never seen it. 16 Blocks. That's the movie I hated for some reason. I don't know. I just didn't like his accent in that. Oh, Next Day Air was really funny. Man, Most Def Bag for a rapper is actually really good. Yeah, Brown Sugar. I don't know why I said Honey. I'm pretty sure it's a movie called Honey too. So as a rapper, some of these could change. We're gonna go through them again because once I add other considerations, so far Most Def gets a 5 out of 5. Man with the Iron Fist, only good one. Only good one. RZA. I think that's that stupid movie I seen with the white guy from the Fast and Furious, the Man with the Iron Fist. Oh, Honey was a dance flick. Okay, so it was Brown Sugar that he was in because I actually watched Brown Sugar not that long ago. So now we get to someone like Donald Glover. So Donald Glover, to me, he's actually a good rapper. I mean, not a good rapper. He's a good actor. I really enjoyed. Obviously, I enjoy Honey. I mean, Atlanta. He's a really great creative, a writer, an actor, but I just never could get into Donald Glover rapping. Like, I actually enjoy Awaken Your Love. I know people have mixed views on that. I enjoy Awaken Your Love. That's more of an R&B album, but is 3 as a rapper. Y'all gotta let me know because a couple tracks I listened to Donald Glover was trash, but maybe that was his early stuff. But like that nigga was trash to me as a rapper. He did like I seen Community. I love Community. I was on Community from season 1, man. Yeah, his R&B is decent, but I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think of him as a rapper because everything I heard from him rapping was ass. It was like truly terrible. It's some of the worst rap by a black person I've ever heard in my life. So I don't know. It's hard for me. Like I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I would have to give him as a rapper. This shit is terrible. He sounded like a worse version of Chance the Rapper. And I was never good in a Chance the Rapper. Someone said Donald Glover is mid as a rapper, comparable to Little Dicky. Okay, so I'm not tripping because I'm like maybe I just didn't give him enough chance. I get people saying he's super corny and kind of hard to be there. Yeah, okay, so I'm not hating. So just because I don't think it's anybody on this list that could score worse than Will Smith. Will Smith got a 1 as a rapper, so I'm gonna give Donald Glover a 1.5 as a rapper. But as an actor, he gets a 5. Yeah, incel rap. And then now we get to LL Cool J. LL Cool J, like a lot of his shit, like ages well. Like he came out at that time where it was right around, like he's in that area where Eric B and Rakim changed the sound of rap, and he was able to adapt enough to where it still sound good. So, like LL was still making hits like when I was a kid, like doing it well. And also he started some really good cult classics like Deep Blue Sea, where the nigga wore a hat the entire time fighting sharks and stuff. And this is where it gets hard because LL is a really good rapper and he's a really good actor. And also he has a lot of range. He doesn't always play LL. Ashy anime nerd, waifu pillow, incel rap. Yeah, black women over 45, they love some LL Cool J. So man, as a rapper, his bag is deep. I think somebody said LL dropped a new album. Is that LL they said dropped a new album that was actually really good? Hold on. Somebody said, let's get the super chats going too, y'all. LL had 30 years of bad music, and we forgive him because he was so dope for 5 years. You right though. Hey, but them 5 years, man, that nigga was going. Every time you mention Eric B and Rakim, I get to Rakim. Rakim will say a bit from Follow the Leader in my head. Most underrated. Are you fucking crazy? That's probably In Too Deep cannot be underrated. If you're black and of a certain age, that's probably LL's most famous movie. I don't think In Too Deep. Y'all don't know what underrated is. In Too Deep and Deep Blue Sea are I know I'm gonna mix them up because they both got deep. But In Too Deep and Deep Blue Sea are probably LL's most famous movies. And what's funny is they show his range because like In Too Deep is a completely serious movie, but Deep Blue Sea is one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen in my life, and I love it. Like this nigga was high. This nigga was hiding in the oven, and the shark somehow cut the oven on with his nose and start cooking LL. Then LL jumps out of the oven and stabs the shark in the eye with a crucifix that he had around his neck. In Too Deep is such. I mean, see, I knew I was gonna do that. Deep Blue Sea is such a ridiculous movie. Man, y'all, I might want to watch that. That movie is so ridiculous. And In Too Deep is actually an amazing movie. Yeah, Bub said it. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You ain't no cop. The shark, right? I said that, John, because most people I talk to don't talk about In Too Deep. Yeah. See, black folks love In Too Deep, and that man, In Too Deep is one of my favorite hood films. But till this day, it has the most random 10 minutes in a movie I've ever seen. Do y'all remember In Too Deep where that's Omar? Yeah, that's Omar Epps because Kanye dumbass daughter was Mekhi Phife. This nigga said I was in too deep like Mekhi Phife. Like I still who I just want to know how that many people let Kanye rap that and nobody wanted to tell him that Mekhi Phifer was not an In Too Deep. That's Omar Epps. That's how we should have knew Kanye ain't fuck with niggas back then. He's black and couldn't tell the difference between two dark ass niggas. But it's this scene In Too Deep that is so ridiculous to me. It's where them dudes try and rob Omar Epps in the stairs, and then he almost gets shot. So, like, for 10 minutes, the movie changes to an art house film. This nigga goes to live in like a cottage and goes to art school, and he grows his hair out and he draws a girl, and then it just goes back to being In Too Deep. It goes back to being a gangster flick. Like that scene to this day, I've never seen a movie that just a scene felt so out of place. And they only acknowledge it for like 5 minutes. He comes back, they like, oh yeah, them guys that tried to rob you, we took care of that. That scene to this day, it's so confusing to me. Like, who thought that was a good idea? But yeah, so LL Cool J, I understand that he had a lot of bad to mediocre rap, but for when he was in his peak, man, when he was in his peak, he was spitting this shit. Also, he had a couple bangers in between that. Y'all can't say y'all wasn't dancing to Headsprung. That shit was hard. Headsprung, what was that like? What was it like 2012 or something? It had to be like 2012. So as a rapper and actor, just because somebody scores the highest doesn't mean they're going to win. But as a rapper and actor, man, I think LL gonna get the first 5 out of 5. Oh, never mind. He got a 5. Most Def got a 5 out of 5 too. His peak was like 88. Eve deserves mention. She had her own show. She doesn't let us for Creepy Billionaire. She done left us for a Creepy Billionaire. Oh yeah, I forgot about Eve. Damn, she did have a show. Man, I forgot Eve had a TV show. Damn, Headsprung was 2004. I swear I thought somebody pull up L. I could have sworn that nigga had a hit in the 2010s. Am I crazy? I could have sworn LL had off of Exit 10. He had an album called Exit 10 or something like that. Let me see. Hold on. I know LL had a. Hold on. I could have sworn LL Cool J had a hit more recent than Headsprung. Let me see. Exit 13, 2008. Let me see. Feel Me, Baby. Cry. Oh, what's the joint? The joint I'm thinking of. I'm Gonna Love You Better. That's LL Cool J, right? What year did that come out? I know for sure that was LL. Let me see. Hold on. LL Cool J. Pretty sure that was Love You Better. What year did this shit come out? Damn, 2002? Jesus Christ. Wow. I swear I thought it was more recent than that. But hey, man. Oh, thanks for the support, Jamal. But come on, man. Y'all trying to play LL talking about he peaked in 88. LL had, I'm not even that big of an LL stand, but LL had some whistles. It was some that sound familiar. Mario 1 was early 2000s, but LL had some hits, man. Y'all not about to be playing LL like that nigga faded away in the 80s. LL had some bangers, man. All right, so then we get to Method Man. So Method Man is one of those guys that he always plays Method Man, but that nigga is just so charismatic, you don't care. You know, like Method Man in every role he in, when you watch it, you like, man, I want to hang with that nigga. That's a cool guy. Like as opposed to someone like Ice Cube. Ice Cube always plays Ice Cube in his movies, but he doesn't, which is crazy that he gets so many roles. And fuck it, this is my channel. Y'all know I was gonna get political. All right, Pimp, you right, Exhibit. I never listened to Exhibit Heavy, but y'all can. I'm gonna try and remember these. But it's funny that Ice Cube is so anti-Semitic and claim the Jews run everything, but this nigga also has one of the longest running acting careers of any rapper. That's fucking crazy to me. Like, you would think that the person who claims that they run everything would be blackballed if they ran everything. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, that's why every so often I'll be like, them ACAT, them ADOS niggas, like the ADOS and the FBA niggas, I agree with like 1 in every 10 things they say, but 9 of it be some bullshit. 9 of it be some bullshit, like what Ice Cube is talking about. That just dawned on me. Exactly. Mel Gibson. Well, even Mel Gibson disappeared for a hot minute, right? Mel Gibson disappeared for longer than Ice Cube, connected with the Stone Cutters for the Simpsons. Shout out to the Simpsons fans in here. Ice Cube connected with the Stone Cutters for the Simpsons. Okay, we talking about Method Man. So Method Man, like I was saying, Method Man always plays Method Man, but he's more charismatic than most rappers that always play the same role. So he was on The Wire from, I think that nigga was from The Wire from season 2. Pretty sure. I'm trying to think. I know it wasn't season 1. He was from the East Side. Yeah, he was from the East Side because he was Proposition Joe nephew. He was from the East Side. So I'm pretty sure he was on The Wire from season 2 to then down into season 5. So yeah, she's for a nigga that played low-key himself, but a better version. And also, can we talk, man? If y'all ever hear a video essays say The Wire season 2 is bad, unsubscribe from them. Don't watch anything they do. Click that button that says don't recommend this channel. That's clearly a person that lets the internet change their mind for them. Because in my opinion, The Wire season 2 is literally the most important season of that series. So much things are set up in The Wire season 2 that happen a season later, or it sets up dominoes, you know. So it's crazy to me that people act like The Wire season 2 isn't that important. What's good, Professor Sky? Season 2 is amazing and makes a show. Thank you. I don't understand where it is. idea that The Wire season 2 is bad. But also Professor Sky is from a city like me. He's from Boston, so they have docks, and I'm from Detroit, so we have heavy union presence. So I feel like if you're from a city that has like a heavy union presence, like in The Wire season 2, you really appreciate it. And maybe because a lot of people didn't realize how accurate that was with everything that was going on, maybe that's why they didn't like it. But The Wire season 2 is literally the most important season of the series, because either it should have only been one season where Kima died, which was the original plan, or it set up season 2 where it showed how the dope is getting into the city through the docks and everything. So yeah, Method Man is one of them actors, man. Like he always plays Method Man, but you just don't mind. Like Will Smith, to me, even though he has different roles, Will Smith is always Will Smith. He's always overacting, and to me, it gets boring. Like, I'm not getting excited for a Will Smith role. But if I see a show, first off, Method Man is never going to star in a movie. But if Method Man is in it, I'm like, oh, he's going to be cool, you know? Mahershala Ali was technically a rapper too, but nobody counts it like Marky Mark. I didn't know that. Mahershala Ali is an amazing actor, though. So yeah, man, as a rapper, obviously you got to give MATHOD Man a 5. And as an actor, like I said, we grade on the curve, man. He gets another 5. He gets a 5. He's either serious or goofy. I Am Legend, his acting. Yeah, I Am Legend, his acting. They talking about Will Smith. His acting was good. I Am Legend. Yeah, you're right. Meth haven't spit in a while, but I feel like if he really got back in the booth, he's one of those guys where that shit just don't go away. Like he's so smooth on it. I would like to hear some modern verses from Method Man, but you know, it all goes into it. His era and his stuff holds up so well. He got to get a 5. Then we got someone said Ice-T. Ice-T is in that pre-Eric B and Rakim era, so it's hard for me to gauge them guys just because it's basically a different era of rap, man. Like if y'all I just finished the Questlove book, Hip Hop is History. It's a really good book. So far, I won't be able to find a free version of y'all. Y'all know I'll usually shout out if I can find something free, but it's on Audible. It's really good. He talks about all of that, and basically anything after Eric B and Rakim played in Full is basically a brand new genre. Meth with Conway a few years back was on an amazing verse. Okay, I gotta go pull that up then. Lemon Method Man did a track with Conway. Okay, see, so he is still active. Out of Griselda, I mostly listen to Benny the Butcher, and I just recently got hit the Stove God Cooks of that, you know, that crew. What's the rapper in that English show called? I don't know. I don't listen to English rap. I hate British rappers. It's the worst shit I've ever heard in my life. So I don't care if you don't mention no British rappers to me. So like I said, Ice-T was around before rap really changed and people had to have a real style. So I don't feel fair giving him a rating. And also the nigga plays a cop, and he is he even still on Law and Order SVU? The most famous Ice Cube acting to me is from John Mulaney. Have y'all ever seen, just after this live stream, YouTube John Mulaney Ice Cube? The joke will probably go up, and then whatever the quote is that he says in that joke, I don't want to ruin the punchline, but that joke had me rolling, and that's all I could think of. So I don't know. I just mentioned him because people wanted me to talk about Ice Cube. So Buster should have done more action movies. Yeah. Beans and exactly. Beans and toast rap. I hate that shit. Ice-T is never letting the SU check go. Exactly. I wouldn't either. Man. Ice Cube like 60 something years old. He gonna be getting residuals and however much they pay him. So yeah, I can't give Ice Cube rating. All right, then we get to someone like Cameron. Cameron, we just got to talk about him just because, but he really doesn't. He's not really an actor, even though in Paid in Full, like if y'all were watching hood movies back then, Cameron might as well have been Leonardo DiCaprio for how good he did. Because Paid in Full came out around the same time as like State Property, and when they were just throwing actors in movies, it came out around the same time as Belly. And compared to all of them, I'm like, Cameron actually did really good. But it's also a cheat code. Dude was playing someone from Harlem. So he was basically playing himself, but still, it's a lot of people that aren't great at playing himself. And just off of Paid in Full, he did really, really good. But it'd be cheating to really rate him as an actor because he hasn't done anything outside of Paid in Full in Killer Season. Cam rapping 1 out of 5. Cam acting 2.5 out of 5. Yeah, see, people thought I was hating, man. Cam is not that great of a rapper to me. Like, a lot of his verses is trash. And he got his ass washed on that record, the one record he did with Jay-Z. Like, I don't understand how Cameron dropped a verse that trash knowing he was on Jay-Z, on a verse with Jay-Z. That's the verse where he drops the bucket hats from Oshkosh Bagosh. And Jay-Z just destroyed him on that track. Welcome to New York City with Santana. Yeah, with Joel Santana on the verse. And I don't know, man. Cameron was just always overrated to me. If we being real, Santana was the best rapper on Dipset. Let's be honest, y'all. Yeah, just that one role in the early 2000s when it comes to rappers, based off of Paid in Full, Cameron was Leonardo DiCaprio. If you all have ever seen a hood movie, like Belly has some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my life. God, Belly is such a bad movie. Belly, oh my God, Belly is terrible. I'm trying to think, we got a lot of bad movies. They was putting DMX and everything. But yeah, so Cameron can't get rated. His is going to be incomplete as an actor because he really wasn't in enough stuff. I just wanted to talk about Paid in Full, honestly. Yeah, exactly. Belly sucks as a movie, but yeah, Belly is like the type of movie. First off, don't watch that first 5 minutes, that intro. I don't understand how they let him do that. I tried to watch it as an adult. This shit almost gave me epileptic seizure. Exactly. This nigga said, let's go to Africa. He ain't say no city. He ain't say, they ain't have no real plans. They just jumped on a plane and went to Africa. Yes. That shit's so funny. That's one of my favorite things. As a black person, what's the plot of Belly? Like, I had to Google it. No, I think Prim Hood Cinema reminded me because for years I didn't know what the plot was. It revolves around some new drug, but nothing in Belly makes sense. First off, it starts out with them robbing a club. I don't even know. They either robbed the club or did an assassination at the worst possible time, packed on a Saturday night with the most amount of witnesses that you could possibly find in a club. Then it's never acknowledged again. Like, what? It works as the intro to, it works as a rap video, but it doesn't work as a movie. Belly is such a terrible movie. It looks great, but it is truly a terrible movie. I told Prim on his podcast once how trash Belly is. Yeah, man, Belly is awful. GTA missions exactly. Prince, why do y'all keep saying people that's not actors? I mean rappers. Prince is not no goddamn rapper. And I've never seen Purple Rain. I don't like musicals. Once, I'm telling y'all, I was like 10 years old. Once Toy Story came out, I stopped liking musicals. I hate it. I had a sister that's 5 years younger than me, and I have a sister that's 4 years older than me. So because of that, I had to watch
Disney movies all the time. Whenever it was our turn to pick movies, they were playing this goddamn Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, Beauty and the Beast. I did enjoy Lion King, and I liked a Goofy movie, even though a Goofy movie surprisingly doesn't have that much singing in it. I was just burnt out of musicals by the time I was 10 years old. So when Toy Story came out, it didn't have any singing in. I'm like, okay, this is my type of, this is what I'm talking about. An animated movie without musicals, and then Monsters Inc. didn't have music. I'm like, thank you. I don't like musicals, so I never watched Purple Rain. I'm never watching Hamilton. I'm never watching The Joker 2. I wasn't watching goddamn Cats, none of that stuff. I hate musicals because as a kid, I watched way too many Disney movies, and them shits had singing in every 5 minutes. Yeah, I know Disney movie. Yeah, Disney movie had Tevin Campbell on the soundtrack Powerline, but that was like the one scene. It didn't, surprisingly for a Disney movie, it didn't have a lot of singing. So yeah, all that to say, I've never seen Purple Rain by Prince. All right, who else, y'all, before we start doing the real ranking? So people saying House Party and Christopher Reeve's Kid and Play were trash rappers. They were such bad rappers, I didn't think they were actually rappers. I thought that as a kid, I just thought that was a plot of the movie. Like I'd seen House Party as a kid and I knew what good rap sounded like. And I just assumed it was like, oh, they happen to be rappers. But I did enjoy Class Act, T.I. So as a rapper, man, yeah, as a rapper, T.I. actually easily 5 at his peak. And every so often he'll still drop a verse. So as a rapper, man, T.I. is going to get 5 from me. But he's one of them rappers that he always plays himself, you know? Like I keep saying, most rappers always play themselves because they aren't that good to have range, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like, what's that movie with T.I. and Chris Brown where the plot don't make sense? Somebody let me know. That movie with T.I. and Chris Brown and a bunch of other niggas. Oh, Takers. That's the name of the movie. So Atlanta was T.I. best shit, and he got his head blown off in American Gangster. Did he? He ain't dying. T.I. ain't dying in American Gangster, did he? Am I forgetting that? That's Idris Elba. Am I tripping, y'all? I don't remember T.I. dying in American Gangster. Somebody let me know. I don't think he dies in American Gangster. I know that's Idris Elba that dies. But Takers, maybe I need to rewatch it. Just as a person that has eyes and ears, when I was watching Takers, the plot, he definitely did die in American Gangster in the last 20 minutes of the movie. Okay, I just don't remember it then. Yeah, I don't remember that. I just see, this is when my ADD start kicking in. I'm trying to stay on subject. So let me go on my American Gangster rant. American Gangster is a good movie, but it's one of those movies where it shows you how racist Hollywood is. Like, I'm gonna have to try and find a clip, but I swear I remember reading somewhere that the reason they put, is that Gerard Butler? What's the white guy that plays in it? The reason they had the white cop as half the plot in American Gangster is because the studio was afraid that a movie with that many black people wouldn't be accessible to general white audience. Because, like, think about it. When you think about all your favorite gangster flicks, Blow with Johnny Depp, Goodfellas, Godfather, Casino, how many of those movies feature that much of the police perspective? None of them. American Gangster is the only one. And Russell Crowe, that's who it is. They had to, so they put Russell Crowe in it because they were afraid that it wouldn't attract a big enough audience, to general white audience. So they had to put Russell Crowe, because movie, like, that's why it can never be one of my favorite gangster films, because it doesn't show enough of the gangster lifestyle and how his business got down. It's like the last 20 minutes of American Gangster, they arresting all of his cousins and stuff who have all of these front jobs, but we never see any of that in the movie. We barely see like his cousins and stuff that he brought up from the South. Like Common, we were talking about Common earlier. Common should have had way more of a role in that movie. I believe he played Nicky Barnes, right? But they had to put Russell Crowe in it, and Russell Crowe's scenes was good, but it just took away because they didn't want to focus on that. Like, I would love to see American Gangster the way it was intended. Like, American Gangster should have basically been the black version of the Goodfellas. That's because the police colluded with the Italian mafia. Yeah, but still, no other gangster movies show that much of the police, and that just held it back. Man, I knew I had to bring my snacks. I hate chewing into the mic, but I knew I was going to start getting hungry. Cuba Gooding Jr. played Nicky Barnes. Yeah, who did I say? I thought I said Cuba Gooding Jr. Oh, I said Common. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Cuba Gooding Jr. played Nicky Barnes. Wasn't Common? Is Common? Okay, that's what it was. You're right. That shit was crazy too. Common was T.I. daddy, and they like 10 years apart. I feel like one of them just begged to be in that movie and was like, I don't care what role I play. That had to be a favor. Because why was Common playing T.I. Pappy? I hate chewing into the mic. I'm trying to mute it. Someone said Cube lost his damn mind. I don't know what that's in reference to, but I agree. He did. Common and Dale, the funky Homo sapien, was my first concept. He's daddy because he's bald. Yeah, so I don't even know how we got to that. Y'all don't know, had me bouncing around. So yeah, Cameron not gonna make it. It don't matter. Cameron not gonna make it. Ice-T is not gonna make it. So the highest scoring, we got Method Man with a 5 out of 5. LL Cool J with a 5 out of 5. Mos Def with a 5 out of 5. And we can adjust some of these scores. Then Ludacris has a 5 out of rapping, but a 4 out of acting. Common has a 5 out of rapping, but a 3.5 out of acting. Master P. Oh my God, Master P Master P was a part of that era where rappers was just starring in movies. It was like Tubi before Tubi, but everybody was bootlegging shit heavy because they were the worst movies ever. So yeah, the top 3 ratings are Method Man, Mos Def, and LL Cool J. So that's the thing, man. I like all of them as rappers and actors. So I'm gonna have y'all help me decide who should get it as the best rapper turned actor. I don't know who the hell Debbie Harry is. Gotta go love the topic in the conversation. Special comedy points for Fat Boys and this. I seen Fat Boys back in the day. First rapping acting I ever saw, and I give it to Tupac. I like Pac, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm leaning towards Mos Def, y'all. Just because his skill in rapping and his skill in acting, I might have missed it, but did you do? No, I ain't do 50. We can go over 50. So he played himself, but Meek wasn't bad in Charm City Kings. Yeah, actually, that was a really good movie, but it came out during the pandemic. I actually really enjoyed Charm City Kings. Yeah, man, I'm really leaning towards Mos Def, y'all, because like his skill of rapping, a lot of his stuff ages really well, and he has a diverse role. Charm City Kings was terrible. All right, come on now. When did ASAP Rocky start acting? What the hell was ASAP Rocky in? She helped to popularize hip hop in the 80s. Debbie Harry was a rock star. Tyler the Creator, he does improv. I wouldn't consider him a rapper. Man, I'm gonna go with Mos Def, y'all. I think if we're doing best actor / rapper of all time, it's gotta be. I'm doing Mos Def, and then we'll do Mount Rushmore, and then I got another topic. We're gonna pull up y'all TV hot takes. We're gonna knock out this and both one. Oh yeah, ASAP Rocky was in Dope. Dope was cool when I seen it, but honestly, to me, it's kind of corny. It's kind of corny now. Tyler did more than a skit. Tyler, the creator, had a whole TV show on Adult Swim back in the day. Hitchhiker's Guide. I've heard of that. It just seemed weird. I might watch it though. No, Tyler the Creator ain't no damn actor. He was in a TV show. That doesn't make you an actor. Dope was okay. Honestly, it's kind of a lot of it is cringe if you watch it now, but it was decent for what it was. Yeah, y'all. I'll give y'all my reasons why I'm going with Mos Def. He's just a general better actor than LL Cool J. Like LL Cool J is decent, but Mos Def has way more range. Mos Def and 16 Blocks is my shit. He was in Brown Sugar and a lot of other shit. Yeah, I really like Brown Sugar. I don't. Let me see if I can do a poll. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I try it on my phone, will it let me do a poll? I don't know. I think these people be doing using third-party apps. So I'm about to see if I could do a poll. Let's see. Let's see. How do I do a poll? How the hell do you do a poll on live? I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to do a poll. I've never done one on here. Lock screen. I don't know. I can't even figure out how to get my goddamn sound effects working, y'all. So I'm sorry. The first half of Dope was decent movie, but the second half sucks. That's probably what it was. I think that's what it was. Because yeah, I remember liking Dope. Then when I tried to rewatch it years later, I just kind of got bored with it. The movie was corny, but I feel it represented though by the premise, because during that time, selling stuff on crypto was the new technology that was popular, and the average watcher thought it was a lot more fiction than it actually was. Yeah, I do wish I would have invested some money into Bitcoin when that movie came out. I don't know how to figure out a poll, but so we're going to do ASAP Rocky as the best act. What the fuck? Oh my god, we're going to do Mos Def as the best actor turned rapper. I don't think anybody would be mad at that, but y'all can help me decide our Mount Rushmore. So I prefer Mount Rushmore over top 5, because top 5 usually insinuates that whatever number 1 is better than number 5. It's like when you ask somebody they top 5, they're going to say do 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 do, and then they be like, all right, I guess my number 5 would be. It's always that number 5 is always close to being on the cutting floor. But if we're doing Mount Rushmore of best actors turned rappers, obviously Mos Def, because he was the best. I would put LL Cool J. So Mos Def, LL Cool J. I would put. I don't know if Method Man makes it, man. Yeah, drop y'all Mount Rushmore, and keep in mind it's only 4. So, no, I'm not an Astros fan. I just like hats. I went to go buy a brand new Tigers hat because that one in the background is old. I cut my hair. I wanted a fresh one. They were sold out the black, the navy blue and white Tigers hats in my size, so I just got the Astros one. So yeah, my Mount Rushmore of best actors turned rappers will be Mos Def, Queen Latifah, Method Man, and I'm gonna say Ice Cube. Even though he's not that great of an actor, he has enough movies that I enjoy. I wouldn't mind watching them. But because it's Mount Rushmore, he would make it though. I can't not put Will up there. I can see if you're doing Mount Rushmore how Will Smith can make it, but he's just not that great of a rapper. This man Speed was in the Royal Rumble. iCarly was it? I don't know. Oh, I guess from wrestling. Okay, I get it. I was about to say, what the hell iCarly got to do with Royal Rumble and Speed?